welcome back to the channel.
Hello!
So I'm nice and cozy today. I've got this slinky dog blanket, which was a very kind gift to you from Jess and Tom, from A Day with Jess and Tom, but we love it. It's so cozy.
Yeah, it's from my birthday. We want to get a few more of these actually, especially as it's got a lot colder. So we thought today we would do a tag, but it's a bit of a different tag. So this is a tag that focuses on us actually making the videos. It's a behind the scenes YouTube tag, and this is from the same place that I got one of our previous tags from, mamacatslosingit.com, where, like I said in the previous video, she's got, I think it's a blog and there's 100 different ideas for videos that you could do for YouTube. So yeah, I've been drawing inspiration for that. Yeah,
we always kind of get a few questions here and there about like the behind the scenes as well. People ask us, especially if they're starting out vlogging themselves, they always like ask for advice and stuff. So we thought this might be a way of like answering some of those questions as well.
Yeah, and then we'd love to know your answers as well if you have a channel. So yeah, make sure you tag us and we'll put the questions in the description box below. Number 1, where do you find inspiration for your videos?
Well, initially it started off as Disney. So we vlogged our Disney World trip in 2016.
I can never forget it because I always say, whenever we're in the parks, if we go to like Walt Disney World, I always quote it by the year.
Yeah.
I never just say, last time we visited Disney World, right, 2016.
But yeah, we just started doing, I really wanted to start a channel for a good couple of years because I used to watch YouTube videos and I always thought, I really would love my own channel. So it did actually start off as just my channel. It was called So Helena, and I also had a blog. And I thought the best way to like get into it would be to film our holiday because it gave us something to film. Obviously it was the first time visiting Disney, but we hardly speak to the camera. Martyn actually speaks to the camera way more than me, which is funny because it was meant to be like my thing, but I was so nervous. So that's how it started. That was our original inspiration, and since then we've kind of been inspired mostly by like our everyday adventures. Yeah. So it'll be like Disney trips, or it'll be other trips abroad. We vlogged whilst we were on the cruise ship, and it's kind of, I think we're inspired mostly by our lives, aren't we?
Yeah, because the initial idea of the channel was so that we could remember things, and to take snippets of our life together, and then be able to, look back on them and see what we got up to. So yeah, inspiration, like the core set of videos that we have on the channel is like vlogs.
Yes.
So the inspiration from just everyday life and things that we're getting up to. And then of course we draw inspiration from anything sort of like Disney related, because that's a
huge part of our channel.
Big part of our channel that we love. I don't ever feel like we're constrained though. I think that we've always, some people say like that they should only focus in on one particular thing. I think it's just, if you can just change your channel as you go along, I think it's quite nice to do.
Yeah, and then you obviously build up a community as you go along, and then if you do decide to take the channel in a different direction, obviously some people might unsubscribe, but then some people might just stick with you because they like you and they come there for you. I think a lot of the people that I'm inspired by on YouTube, their content, yes, like they obviously I am inspired by it, but it's more just them as a person. Like I love watching the vlog because it's them, or I love them going to Disney because it's them.
If you're passionate about something,
I
think people are willing to listen.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, we don't tend to, of course we've got Disney and we've got our vlogs and things, but if I want to do a video on a certain subject, like I've done videos on editing videos and things like that, then we'll just do it. Whatever sort of takes our fancy, really.
Yeah, whatever we are inspired by, we'll make a video about. We don't really tend to think about, will this be popular? Like we obviously know that some videos are more popular than others, but that doesn't really change what we film. We just kind of are like, well, this is going to be a very niche video kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, that was a very long answer to question 1. Question number 2, do you have a Word document / notebook, etc. dedicated to your videos? We've got a couple.
Got about 3 on the go. I think we start off by thinking we're just going to put YouTube video ideas in this one.
Yeah.
And then it's whatever's to hand. We just start writing them down in. I think the main one
is the Disney ones.
Is
the
it
Toy Story or the Hercules.
Yeah. I think it was Hercules to begin with.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like gone over to the Toy Story one.
But what we mostly do, and I think we find the most helpful, is we print out a free calendar. I just type in November calendar into Google and print that out, and then we write what videos we think we're going to film for each upload day. And I really like that because you can see the month as a whole, and you can see when you have to have this filmed by. We try and stick to it as much as possible. Obviously it definitely changes every month, but yeah, I really like having a calendar that I can see the whole month and jot down video ideas on.
Yeah, no, and also it keeps you organised. You know how many videos you need to make, depending on your schedule. And then if you write them out on the calendar, it's almost like, though you haven't filmed them yet, you're like, all right, I've done them.
Yeah, you just feel way more planned. So yeah, I think we normally have one notebook on the go, and then we also have our calendar that we plan on.
Number 3, how long do you prep for a video?
Depends what kind of video.
Yeah, depends
if
on
it's
the video.
like a sit down, we've probably got it down really fast now. You always set up the camera and the light because you're really good at that.
Yeah, so that takes 5 minutes.
We always tend to film in this. If it's a sit down, we always tend to film in this spot.
Oh, I think that's a question later on.
Oh, okay. So we don't really prep the background or anything. And then I might throw on a little bit of makeup if I don't have any makeup on, but I differ. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Just depends how I'm feeling.
I'd say it's probably about 10, 15 minutes.
It's not very long. And then if it's a vlog, we obviously don't prep at all because we're just vlogging what we're doing anyway.
Yeah, if the video is about a certain subject, so say we're doing an info video, we're passing on tips or things like that, then of course we'll write down what we're going to sort of mention. Yeah,
so our top 3 videos, we always jot down what our top 3s are before we film. Obviously, it would take ages if we did it whilst filming. Yeah. So we like to have it written down first.
We bullet point them.
Yeah.
Mainly because I would be there going, oh.
And then it would be so hard to edit. So number 4, how long does it take for you to prepare your appearance for a video? So I kind of answered that in the one before. Not that long, depending what video. If it's a vlog, I will literally just vlog what I already look like. If it's a sit down video, I might put on a little bit of makeup, but not always.
You can probably tell that I don't put a lot of time into it when you watch videos, because I always watch them back when I'm editing and I'm like, why is that a bit of hair sticking up? Or why is it all up at the back? So yeah, it's literally for me, because I set the equipment up and then I go off and I brush my hair, and then I haven't looked properly in the mirror, and then I start filming. What time of day do you film?
That changes.
Wherever.
So probably if it's a vlog, it will be throughout the day, and then if it's a sit down, tends to be the afternoon if we have the day off.
Yeah.
So today we're both, well, obviously we're in lockdown.
Yeah.
So we're not at work, but tends to be around the afternoon. Sometimes we do film in the morning if we need to. But yeah, we don't really have a set time.
No, just whenever we have the opportunity, really. And also a time where we're both not going to be really tired.
Yeah, don't want to leave it too late. And also we try to not film the day it's meant to go up as well.
Oh yeah.
We always try and film at least a day before, because that could be quite stressful if you film on the day, have to edit it. You sometimes like to do the subtitles if you can.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot to get done in one day, so we always try and film a little bit before it goes out.
Yeah, we always want to give ourselves a little bit of wiggle room, but that is because we pride ourselves. We think it's really important to try and put our videos out when we say they're going to be out.
Yeah, we try our absolute hardest.
So I think if we did them on the day of when they were going to go out, you're then risking things. You're risking things going wrong with the computer. You're you're risking the time it takes to upload it to YouTube.
Yeah, and I think we'd both find that quite stressful.
Yeah.
We both like having a bit of a plan.
Yeah, but like other people do it and it's absolutely fine because that's
yeah.
what they're used to. But I think for us personally, yeah, I'd find it too stressful.
We'd be stressed. So the next one is show/tell us where you film. Here.
Always.
We always film here. If it's a sit-down video.
Except for one video when we first moved in, we filmed it over there.
And it was really weird. I want to get some prints for the wall over here. And I think if we got some prints, then I would film there because it'd be quite a nice background.
Oh, I don't know though. I like because this
we
shelf.
can switch it.
Oh, right.
Switch it up.
This shelf is the right level.
Yeah, and also we've made a little display of like Baby Yoda. You can see all our badges. We've got Woody and our photo albums. So yeah, we keep this. We don't just put this up for the video. This is just up all the time. It
stays there.
So yeah, this is where we film. And then obviously if we're vlogging, then we film wherever we are.
If we're doing the kitchen session, we film in
the kitchen.
The kitchen. Number 7, natural lighting or studio lighting. It's for sit downs. It's a soft box.
Oh, I just looked directly at it.
It's a softbox light.
Yes.
I believe that's what they're called. But it was a really cheap kit that I got from Amazon. And we've actually got a couple. Mm-hmm. But it comes with stand, comes with the actual the light bulb and the actual casing, like to put it in. But I've smashed a few of the light bulbs in my time, so we do have a few spares, a few backups.
Yeah.
But I got another one so that for green screen, when I do the brief history videos, green screen works a lot better if you have, 3 is actually the optimum amount of lights you should have if you're going to do green screen, I think, or minimum. But I use 2 because that works just as well.
Yeah, but we only use 1 for our sit downs.
Yeah, just 1 for the sit downs.
They're really, really good. They're very, very bright. Like you don't want to look directly at them.
No, we try and put them like a bit over at the side, and so you're not looking directly at them.
But they are great, and it means you can film any time of the day as well. And especially now that it's winter, it gets dark so soon. But you always know that you can film because you have the studio light. So I'd highly recommend, if you're doing a lot of sit down videos, to invest in a studio light.
And then vlogging, just natural.
Yes. So next question, what type of camera do you film with? Why are you laughing?
Just because you just... It's the camera that if you see somebody out and they're holding this camera, you think...
You're a vlogger.
Vlogger.
So it's a Canon G7X Mark II. And I believe they've brought out the next one as well now.
Have they?
Yes.
Now, a lot of people have been going over to, is it Sony?
There's this good Sony one as well. But yeah, we use the Canon G7X Mark II. We love it.
Yeah.
It's such a good investment for us. I always say though, if you're starting off your channel, you don't have to invest in a really high-tech camera when you start, because anything will do. Like most phones these days have a really good camera. We use this really old camera that I had for the first year and a half. So yeah, because cameras are expensive and you want to test out whether you enjoy it first. But we love the Canon. It's really good.
I mean, I don't know how to work it in terms of the other features.
We're just like auto.
we are lazy vloggers. We are just auto. We don't do any of the manual stuff. I try to, and then I just can't make head and the tail.
Yeah, I think auto works really well, and sometimes when we mess around with it, it ends up looking worse.
Yeah.
So we put it back to auto. But the main thing about it is so good in low light.
Yeah, low light, very good.
That is the dream, because if you're vlogging out and about, the lighting changes so much. So it's really good that it's good in low light, especially for all the dark rides at Disney. And there's just so much that we use it for now. But yeah, I would really recommend it. The only downside of it, which I think a lot of people say, is sometimes it takes a while to focus. The focus can be little bit off.
Yeah.
But that's the only downside. And to be honest, I don't really notice that. But I think if you're a camera whiz, you might notice that. But apart from that, it's so good. Sorry, we had to change the battery. That is a top tip for behind the scenes for YouTube. Make sure you always have a spare battery.
Yeah.
Especially if you're out and about.
Yeah.
So sorry if it's changed slightly.
Make sure they're charged as well.
Yes.
Number 9, do you ever script your videos or go off of an outline? I think we mentioned earlier that if we're doing an info video, then we'll bullet point like what we're going to mention. The only one that I would say that we properly script, or I properly script, is the brief history of. And that's because they're very different. They're more of like a
documentary.
Well, I try and make them a bit like a program.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I love those videos.
I have to really detail what I'm going to do, and also because I've been trying to put in effects and things. If I don't know how it all fits together, it's just going to be a mess.
If you haven't seen Martyn's brief history videos, I'm going to put them in the description box because they're so good. So I just want to take the time to say how good they are.
Yeah, sorry it's taken so long to get the next one out. I actually know what it's of, but I'm just trying to get it right, trying to get the ideas right.
Yeah. But Martyn loves them because he's able to do like all his editing skills into them and play around with kind of like that aspect, because a lot of our vlogs are very natural, so those ones are definitely more of like a TV program, documentary style, so they're very different to our other videos, but yeah, I love watching them, so I'll pop them in the description box. Number 10, if you edit your videos, what program do you use?
I use Final Cut 10, Final Cut X. I've just always used Final Cut. I know that in the industry, I have noticed, like when I went to become a post-production runner, that a lot of people use more Avid and Premiere Pro, and not so many people use Final Cut, but I've used it for so many years now that I really enjoy using it and sort of know all the shortcuts and the tools and things. It can cost quite a bit to get. As like a one-off payment, but people edit on iMovie, and I think people even edit on Movie Maker, which are like the free softwares you get with like an Apple or a Windows computer. So yeah, you can use anything to edit if you're just doing basic cuts. With Final Cut, I think something I did look into recently that I've started doing on certain videos is color grading. And really bringing out the colours, the vibrance of the colours. Because sometimes you notice on the Canon, when you don't colour grade it, sometimes the tones of people's faces and things can be quite dull. So whenever we go on any sort of trips or adventures, I always try and make those a bit more colourful. Yeah,
so like our Disney vlogs, our recent ones, you probably won't notice, but if you took it away, you would notice now.
Yeah.
But we just make it that little bit more vibrant, just to add to it.
Yeah, I think it just enhances the experience of watching it.
Yeah.
Without you noticing. Number 11, how long are your unedited videos before you scale them down? It depends what we're filming.
Yes, so our Disney vlogs tend to be quite long.
Yeah.
We normally now split our Disney days into 2 vlogs, just because we normally tend to film quite a bit. Also, some of our sit-downs can be, like our top 3s can be like 45 minutes, 50 minutes before you edit them down.
The top 3s for, was it Disneyland Paris? That was about an hour and 15 minutes.
You cut it down
it's
to
a running joke that
40 minutes.
It's a running joke that we always start the video by saying, we're going to keep this short.
But it does differ. But sometimes we don't realise how much we filmed, especially if it's a vlog and we're out and about, and then we come back and then we put the footage onto the laptop and we're like, there's like 2 hours worth of footage here.
No, that's a bit extreme. I'd say that the most of the time it's around 40, 45.
Yeah.
Before they're edited down.
So number 12, how many times do you try to film per week? Again, this differs because sometimes we will film a lot in one week if we have lots of different adventures going on. But we try and upload 3 times a week.
Yeah.
So we upload on a Tuesday and a Thursday at 4 p.m. and then a Sunday at 10 a.m. So that's like our general schedule, but then we are going to try and do Vlogmas, which is 1 video every day in December up until Christmas Day. So yeah, that's our like upload schedule. But
I was wincing because I'm scared.
We did it during the first lockdown. We uploaded every day for 60 days, I believe. We loved it. So yeah, we've got another challenge for Vlogmas, but obviously we might be a little bit more busy depending what happens with the lockdown. But yeah, if we're gonna try.
Yeah. So like minimum we have to film 3.
Yes.
Number 13, how often do you pre-film videos? Not as often as we'd actually like to.
Yeah.
We'd like to get things recorded so then we have things set up and we don't have to worry about them too much, just because I'm busy doing some freelance jobs at home and stuff like that. So to have things backed up is just handy for me.
Yes.
To say, like, if we have a week's worth, you know, so then we don't have to rush to get other videos filmed.
Mm-hmm. And also quicker. For Vlogmas, we're hoping to pre-film maybe like half of the videos so that we can do a mixture of daily vlogs and pre-filmed videos. It just allows you that flexibility and takes the stress away a little bit more. But yeah, we always, sometimes we're really good, like some months we're like really pre-filmed, really planned, and then other months, like this month, we are a little bit more closer to when we upload them. But yeah, we try. I think it's like half and half.
Yeah, I think, you know, maybe get 2 pre-filmed a week sometimes.
Yeah.
I think, especially if they're like, if it's a vlog that we've been somewhere. Yeah.
Also, when we go on our Disney trips, we obviously film the whole trip and then we upload them maybe 2 or 3 times a week. So that's kind of like pre-filmed because maybe for a week's trip, for a couple of months, there'll be Disney vlogs. Obviously, we haven't had that at the moment.
Yeah.
But when we do have that, then a lot of them are pre-filmed. Number 14, how long will a typical video take from setting up your equipment to uploading?
All right, so that's taking everything into account. So it's taken in the editing as well.
So setting up, probably 15 minutes. Filming, should we say an hour?
Yeah.
Hour 15. And then editing, say it's a half an hour video.
You're still probably looking at around an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, say 2 hours. So that's 3 hours 15. And then we have to upload it, do the thumbnail, and maybe 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
Roughly.
We don't
obviously not all in one go.
We don't ever do it all in one go, no.
No.
I'd say a day. It takes a day to get it all done. Mm-hmm. If we were doing it, normally.
Yeah, probably like a day. And it's always funny because even when I watched YouTube videos before, I never thought it would take as long as it does. So then when people say, oh, I'm a full-time YouTuber, I think some people sometimes think, well, what do they spend their day doing? Because they only film for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's like, but everything takes so long, especially if like you're working with brands or anything like that. But also, even if not, you're just filming a vlog, you then have to edit it, do the thumbnail, and you've got to do it all on your different social medias.
Yeah.
There's a lot more that goes into it that I definitely didn't realise until I started actually filming and uploading. And there's 2 of us as well. So Martyn tends to do the editing because he's so much quicker at it and better at it. And then I tend to do like the thumbnails, the social media posts and all that kind of side of it. So that's 2 of us. So if it's just you, it does take quite a long time.
No, it is a lot of work.
Yeah,
it really is, because like when you edit it, you've got to sit through all the footage.
Yeah. We always watch it back as well.
Yeah, and then we watch it back as well. So you're spending your time maybe an hour roughly doing it, and then I'll go back and then listen to all the changes between scenes to make sure there's no like popping between the music and the sounds. And then add in any music as well. Yeah. Searching for music can take ages.
Yeah, we use Epidemic Sound, which is a subscription service. So you pay a little bit each month and then you can use copyright-free music. But they have so much on there that sometimes you can just get stuck in a hole of listening to like so many different songs.
And then I always really like listen to the lyrics and really want it to fit whatever the vlog is about. So if the lyrics start and it's
good Christmas ones.
If the lyrics start and it's something about like breaking up with somebody or something that's quite down, but it's still an upbeat song, I won't use it.
But yeah, it definitely takes a long time, but we love it. Like, you have to love it to put in the time. But we do, like, it doesn't feel like work at all, because it's our like hobby, it's our passion.
Number 15, final question. Are there any topics that are off limits? Well, if things are important, we'll mention them on the channel, which we have done, like important world things. I would just stay away from things that involve a lot of profanity, a lot of swearing.
Yeah. Violence.
And violence, yeah.
We want our like community to feel safe on our channel as much as possible, while still being real. So it's like getting that balance between, you know, being a positive space, but also, you know, like documenting our lives, like realistically. So we try and like get that balance as much as possible, which hopefully we do. But yeah, I always want it to be a safe space for people to come to.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's the behind the scenes YouTube tag. I hope you found it useful and helpful if you're thinking of starting up your own channel. Let us know in the comment box if you do the tag as well. And yeah, we'll be sure to watch it.
Yeah, thank you so much. And we will see you in the next one. Stay safe, everyone.
Bye.
Doodle Pipski.